I did the video talking about Sabrina possibly tricking Rich into getting her pregnant, with the tiny condoms, maybe one she poked holes in. But an interesting twist that I think would be something to see later this season or possibly season 8 is what if Rich had or will be having a vasectomy done in order to make it so he couldn't have kids because he doesn't want kids. Now, I'm not saying, one person is right, the other person is wrong, because guess what? Like I said with Sabrina, in terms of her making the choice of having a kid on her own, it's her body. And she has the right to make that decision. Although it doesn't make sense for her to seemingly give Rich an ultimatum of, if I decide to have this baby by myself, would you leave? That's a very stupid question to ask, considering Rich has already said he doesn't want to have kids. Now, one has to wonder. This reminds me of that viral question that was going around the internet a couple weeks ago about would you leave would you leave your daughter in the woods with a man or a bear or some ridiculous crap like that. And it's just one of those things where if Rich decided to have a vasectomy done and Sabrina left him because now she knows, oh, I can't have a baby with Rich because he prevented himself from doing so. I don't know, maybe unless he froze sperm or whatever, just in case he decided to change his mind. I don't know. But let's just say he didn't do that. Let's just say he got the snip snip. He's unable to have kids, but he's able to bang, bang, bang whenever he wants to. If Sabrina, I want to be honest here. When I look at Sabrina as a character and the choices she's made and the choices and, the actions she's taken in the series so far, and not to mention these women being unapologetic, aside from Danny in this season, she's been, good about expressing her feelings, whatnot due to therapy. But I would not put it past Sabrina to leave Rich high and dry, because how dare he make a decision like that without consulting me first? Even though when she went to the juice shop, Rich was excited to show her the ideas or the blueprint for his, what did he say? It was either like his second store or it would be a new location, which was bigger and better than his current place. But he was in the middle of showing her this great news. And I think because a woman walked in with a baby, Sabrina just out of nowhere said, I'm going to freeze my eggs. It's like, wow, way to kill the moment, Sabrina. And that was her decision. That was her. She said, 10 toes deep, I'm freezing my eggs. So she went ahead and she's going through the process of doing that. Now, like I said before, I think Rich, if he wanted to decide, does it really matter if I get the snip snip done? Because Sabrina's already said, and she's going through the process of having a child by herself anyway. So what difference does it make? I think Sabrina would leave him. She would feel hurt, like she wasn't important enough to be consulted, even though this is Rich's body. He's made it clear that he doesn't want to have kids yet. Yeah, I just feel like that would be an interesting twist for the writers to do. I think it would be kind of stupid because for both of them to get this far, for Sabrina to try to have a baby by herself and Rich, I guess maybe it's not stupid for Rich to do it. Yeah, I think it's more dumb for Sabrina to go through the solo baby venture because she wants to have kids. So it's like, why not just end things with Rich? And since you just turned 35 and you got a biological clock and whatnot, wouldn't it make more sense to find someone you like, not to rush into getting pregnant, but you want to find some compatibility there? So why not just look for another man who wants to have kids instead of staying with a man who doesn't want to have kids? And in order to beat the biological clock, you have to go through the, extreme process of going through child stuff on your own. In Rich's case, him getting a snip snip because he doesn't want kids, that makes a lot more sense. It's like, whatever. So those are my thoughts on it. How do you think the story would pan out if this was added into the script where Rich has either, well, I would say he would have to have it, because if he's already done it, he wouldn't need the condoms. Though you could argue, well, Jeremy, how do you know Rich hasn't already had this procedure done, and he's just wearing the condoms to put on a show, like, so Sabrina doesn't know? That's possible, but I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.